What's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to push to 7,000 trophies using what is currently the best Royal Hog deck in the game right now. So CRL West just started, there's only been 2 weekends of matches, and we've already seen this deck making an appearance a few times, and I'm pretty sure it has a pretty good win rate as well, hasn't lost too many times when it's been used. It's a really good deck. I think it's better than the Barput Royal Hog deck in this meta, just because recruits I feel like are even better versus RG, and just the recruits overall are more annoying for your opponent to deal with. And when you get in double and triple elixir, it just gets so difficult for your opponent to defend the pushes against this deck, because you go split recruits, split Royal Hogs, split skeleton dragons, and it's just so difficult for them to stop, especially paired up with the heal spirit, which is still so strong right now. Even after that small nerf it got, still easily one of the best cards in the game right now. Goblin Cage is good. I prefer it over the Barbarian Hut, especially because you already have recruits in the deck. If you have Barbarian Hut, it would be really difficult to beat really fast cycle decks. And say someone goes for like a Hog, Balloon, and you don't have enough elixir, Barbarian Hut would do nothing in that situation, whereas the Goblin Cage only 4 elixir, so you're easily able to defend in those types of situations. Before we get in the first game, if you guys want to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Appreciate all you guys who do use my code. It means a lot, helps support me and the channel. And thanks appreciate all you guys who do use my code. But yeah, we're top 600 right now. We're gonna push to at least 7K. I gotta figure out what deck I want to use, you know, like last couple days of the season. I'm leaning towards possibly RG just because of how good it is, and it doesn't have too many bad matchups if you play perfectly. I want to try to go for a top 3 finish this season. Number 1 if I can. At the very beginning of 2020, one of my goals I set for myself was to try to finish top 3 on ladder. I can't remember if it was top 3 or number 1, but it was one of those two, and so far this year my best finishes have been number 5th and number 6. Those are my 2 best finishes. So getting close, but you know, we have 3 months left of the year. Well, 3 season ends left for me to try to make it happen. This guy's just going to eat 2 skeleton dragon hits. So very curious to see what this guy's using, if he's willing to take that damage. I almost wonder if he disconnected. And it looks like we're going to start this video off with a free win. So sometimes that happens. I mean, it's a very rare occurrence that you get a free win, especially, you know, when you're fairly high up on ladder, but I'm sure you guys can relate too. It's a great feeling when it does happen. I mean, it usually never happens to me. It's probably, those of you who watch me, I forget when the last time this happened was when I've recorded, but it's probably been at least a month. So it's a very rare occurrence. I mean, the higher you get in trophies, the less likely it's going to happen, because people often make sure their connection's really good, or, you know, are sure that they don't have to, you know, do something, and they're forced to like leave, or, you know, whatever the case might be. But when that does happen, just be very grateful, because it doesn't happen often, you know, so I'll take it. This guy has a Night Witch, so it could be Golem. And ooh, he's gonna have a Giant. Let's block the bridge. So the Giant doesn't tank for the graveyard. Let's go. I mean, we took damage, but look at this counter push. Bowler's good against the Royal Hogs, so we gotta be careful. With the Bowler out of cycle, I'm going to go ahead and play recruits now. I think we're up in elixir as well. Alright, he's going to split his Skarmy, so we're going to split our skeleton dragons. And we can actually go ahead and split Royal Hogs as well. I'm going to go ahead and play a heal spirit. And I actually think, guys, we could take almost both of his towers potentially, because Bowler was not in cycle. He was low on elixir after going in for that giant graveyard push, and we had a very, very nice block at the bridge preventing the giant from passing over. And you know, just like that, we already have a huge lead, and this guy's getting greedy going in for a graveyard. I think we already won, to be honest. That was a really bad graveyard. That's often what people do. They take damage, and, you know, I don't know how we're destroying this guy this much already in a matchup that I would even say is not very good, but, you know, not any, you know, like, hate towards this guy or anything, but Giant Graveyard is pretty easy to use, and if you are very aggressive, like, early on, like this guy was, you know, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, if they go Giant Graveyard and they're not getting much damage in, then they're in a lot of trouble because they committed 10 elixir and they just have a really difficult time defending on defense then. But Giant Graveyard, that's how you're supposed to play it. I mean, those of you who do play it or see people play it, it's not a bad play to go Giant, you know, Graveyard very early on in the match, but it's kind of a luck-based play. It's not really one... It's one that you hope to kind of punish your opponent based off them having a bad cycle, but it's at the same time a very risky play. But for him, it didn't end up paying off there, and we won because of it. So we already got 7K very, very quickly. I mean, that was so easy. I don't even know... I don't know, like, what are the odds that that happened? I mean, that this guy disconnected and, you know, that guy, I don't know what he was doing at the beginning of the game. Maybe he's tilted. I mean, oh, he is. His season highest is much higher. But anyway, we reached 7K. Let's go ahead and keep going because that was so quick. We might even be able to get pretty close to 7,100 just because of how fast that, you know, first game was and then that second game. But let's keep going. Alright, so we found a game versus Victor. We'll go ahead and cycle Heal Spirit in the back. He's going to go Heal Spirit. I'll just log it. And we can go for a Goblin Cage. He's got Musketeer. I'm going to go for my own Musketeer. And he has Knight, Heal Spirit. I almost wonder if this is... We'll recruits because I think we're up a couple of elixir. I wonder if this is... Ooh, Bomb Tower. Bomb Tower is not a good sign. I'm going to Fireball the Bomb Tower just to kind of get rid of it. It's making me think that this is Graveyard. It's Hog. Hopefully he doesn't have Fireball. If he's got Earthquake, I think we can win this. If he has Fireball, though, this is going to be really difficult because not only does he have Bomb Tower, but if he also has Fireball, it's going to make things hard. It's going to make things very difficult for us to break through. But if he's got Earthquake, we have a chance, just because our Skeleton Dragons will get so much value, I feel like, in this match, if he doesn't, as well as the Musketeer. Alright, so let's see where he plays the Bomb Tower. Is he going to give us a nice Fireball opportunity, potentially playing the Bomb Tower in the same, like, right near the Musketeer? We'll see. And look at that Fireball value, hitting the Knight, Bomb Tower, as well as the Musketeer. So... amazing Fireball value, but it's not going to allow us to break through, which is unfortunate. We're going to go for a Goblin Cage, and then we're going to log to kill that Musketeer. And, you know, I got to wonder, does he not have Earthquake? Because I feel like he would have used it there had he had the Earthquake. So, I wonder, does he maybe have something else? I don't know what his spell is. I'm not sure. He's going to play right into the... He's going to play a Hog right into my... to my recruits, which is interesting. You typically don't want to push into recruits when they're down. Nice Fireball hitting the Musketeer as well as the Hog Rider. And we got the lead as of right now, so things are looking alright. Hog's not in cycle, so we're free to play recruits, but he's going to try to cycle back to 1, I think. He's 1 card away. And it looks like he is going to have Fireball, so this is definitely a rough one for us. Not impossible, but it's certainly going to be tough. The Hog Rider is going to go in front, so that's going to help us out a little bit. Yeah, this is not looking very good. But we'll do our best. Oh, the Skeleton Dragon locked on! And he misclicked to the... No way. Wow, I actually think we won. Let's go. That's a tough one, too. We still managed to win, though. Bomb Tower as well as Fireball. You could tell he got a little bit, you know, he struggled towards the end. You know, he didn't really know what to do in double and triple elixir. He really just got overwhelmed. I mean, but we managed to break through the Bomb Tower as well as the, you know, Fireball that he had. I mean, I wasn't expecting that because it typically is pretty tough to beat Bomb Tower as well as Fireball when you're using a Royal Hog deck, but we managed to do it. So 7,028 now, looking really solid. Let's keep going. Yeah, maybe we'll try to get 7,100. That would be pretty nice considering the goal was 7,000, but just because of how well the games have been going, maybe 7,100 is possible. All right, I'm gonna go Heal Spirit. He has a Zap, so Zap could be, you know, a few different things, but it does take some possibilities out of, you know, things it can't be. If he has a Zap, I'll just play it high up just in case, but I don't. Okay, Giant. So, you know, could be Giant Double Prince, could be Giant Sparky. Don't think it's Giant Graveyard because Giant Graveyard usually doesn't have Zap. So I'm leaning towards Sparky. And with the Wizard, I'm thinking it's... Could be something a little bit off meta. I mean... But I think there's a high chance it's... Oh boy. This is not looking good. Not good. This is not looking good at all. Oh no. I think we lost, to be honest. Yeah. This is not good. Sparky Wizard. Well, maybe we didn't lose, but... I don't know, man. 2 collectors down? That's never a good sign. Not a good sign, and we can't really... We'll see. This is just really difficult. I mean, we're managing to hold off, but just he's about to get so much elixir from the collectors. Maybe not the best. Whoa. I don't agree with this play on his end. Too aggressive. Ah, he has so much elixir. That's crazy. A lot of people want the elixir collector to get buffed. I honestly don't want it to get buffed just because it's the type of card where if you don't have the correct responses for it, it really is broken sometimes. But I guess I'll just fireball it. Alright, yeah, that was tough. My mom was distracting me there for a second. She was telling me something, but I probably would have lost anyway. Alright, let's go in for another couple more games. That was lots of weird decks I'm playing against. Not talking about that guy specifically, but just if we look earlier, I'll show you guys before I started recording, lots of very, very weird decks, you know? And I'm not even that low, but sometimes, you know, even in the top 500, you just get a bunch of crazy decks sometimes. Alright, here we go. We'll probably play one or two more games. So reverse Ronnie here from Space Station. I'll go Heal Spirit. Log. Guess I'll play my own Musketeer. Let's actually go for a Goblin Cage to protect the Musketeer. Almost wonder if this is a mirror matchup. Nah, he's got the skeletons. It's RG, I think. So I don't want to use my... I was thinking of playing Goblin Cage to defend those, because then I would have had counter push with the Brawler, but I need to save it if it's RG. RG's a really, really good matchup, which is part of the reason why this deck is so popular. It's because RG is really easy to beat with it. So we can go for a Goblin Cage here. And I guess I'll just Heal Spirit to heal up. And then we can go Royal Hogs. Because that RG got destroyed. He does have enough for Fireball, but they'll still get a tiny bit of damage. And yeah, things are looking pretty solid here for us. We got a pretty good lead, and as I already said, this deck is better, even better, in double and triple. And since we already have the lead, this is just looking great for us. It's so hard for him to push into Royal Recruits. So once we just keep stacking them, it's going to be really hard for him to break through, I think. Okay, let's go for Royal Hogs. And because he fireballed the right lane... Oh my gosh, look at the two recruits on the right. Even though he fireballed, they're still alive. So now we increased our lead even more. And at this point, we just have to play defense. So we can just go for a Goblin Cage. We can go for Skeleton Dragons. Heal Spirit to heal up the Brawler. Played it off to the side because I had a feeling he was going to log, so I didn't want to play it directly behind it. We can go for recruits and then fireball skeleton dragons. There they are. He's gonna RG. No. Guess we can go for Royal Hogs. Alright, we got to make sure we're keeping the pressure up. Good fireball value. He's going to RG. There it is. Space everything out so he can't fireball the Brawler, Skeleton Dragons, and the Musketeer. I doubt he would do it anyway, because then he wouldn't be able to defend the Royal Hogs. And fireball the Skeleton Dragons. He's going to have to play something else if he wants to prevent all those Royal Hogs from connecting. Yeah. Ooh, Musk locked on. I don't think it's going to put us... Yeah, give us enough damage to fireball, but... Alright, we can just fireball, because with his fireball at a cycle, he can't prevent the Royal Hogs from connecting. Just need to cycle back to one more. No, Log does enough. Log does 104 or 105. GG. I think we'll go for one more game. Win or loss, one more game. Try to get a new season highest. Ooh, let's open up this legendary chest. What are we going to get? Doesn't really matter because we have all the legendaries maxed anyway, but extra star points is always nice. I'm getting pretty close to having all my cards be star leveled up. There's only, I think, about 10 that I don't have star leveled. So hopefully in the next update we get some new star levels for the cards. Here we go. One more game. So far everything's been not too bad. Except that Sparky, the weird Sparky deck, but seems pretty solid in this meta. It's just really difficult for RG to break through. And see what we're versing this last game. Has an Ice Spirit. Hopefully this is Expo, because Expo's actually quite a good matchup. I think we should go for a split push here. He's gonna fireball. This is this is tough for sure. In single elixir, this is really, really tough. We need to survive single, and then in double and triple break through. I actually need to go for a fireball on defense. Hog doesn't get any hits because I timed the fireball pretty well, and the log also helped. Okay, well, yeah, this is gonna be a little hard in single. But if we get out of single without taking any damage, I think we have a chance to win this. But even in double and triple, I feel like he can defend if he plays well. He's got fireball, cannon. We'll see, we'll see. I'm not entirely sure. But 2.6 typically does do very good versus Royal Hogs. Because that cannon gets a lot of value. Alright, we'll just go for a high Goblin Cage. He's back to Hog, but he's not playing it. He's waiting. Try to heal up this musketeer. Nah. Yeah, not looking good. His cycle is just so dang fast. We're gonna get some damage though. Not bad. Got to get ready for the hog. There it is. I think we could possibly prevent all hog hits. No, wow. I didn't want to log that, but wow. I was expecting to not take a single hit there. I felt like we had so much stuff down, but the hogs still managed to break through. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to play 4 recruits in the right lane because I don't want them to keep logging the tower that doesn't have a lot of hit points. I mean, we'll try our best. This is not easy, though, at all. I feel like he needs to make a mistake in his defense for us to win this. And this might be it. Where's the fireball on the Royal Hogs? Wow. I don't know what happened there. He really messed up his defense there. He wasn't going for fireball on the Royal Hogs, which was interesting. And this is it, guys. Triple elixir is actually the time where we can overwhelm these fast cycle decks that have a solid matchup in, you know, single and double. This is the time where you can actually win because it's just so much for them to deal with, and it's really difficult for a deck such as 2.6 to play perfectly in triple because there's just so much stuff going on. And that spells, and with him fireball cycling, that basically implies that I need to be going really aggressive. We can't give him any fireball value. He can't get a fireball and log off. GG. So once again, we beat a pretty difficult matchup. So in the beginning of the video, we beat a hog bomb tower deck. And this time, we beat 2.6. Which was a really big struggle for us in single and double elixir. But triple elixir, we just overwhelmed him. Too much stuff for him to handle. Same thing when you're against any cycle deck, whether it being like Expo, anything like that, when you're using this kind of deck. Just overwhelms them, and it's too much for them to deal with. Unless they're like an amazing 2.6 player, like, you know, Lucas X Gamer, Jack, or those are the best two in my opinion. But Oyasu's really good too. Oyasu finished, I think it was 4th a couple seasons ago with 2.6. But unless you're against someone playing perfectly, there's no way they're gonna like the best of the best. There's no way they're gonna play perfectly in triple. But anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know what decks you guys want me to play grand challenges with. Because usually the last few days of the season, I don't always do ladder videos. I do grand challenge videos because I play much better when I'm not commentating and recording. So if I'm really focusing on ladder, it's hard for me to make videos. So that's why I like doing grand challenge videos. But let me know what decks you guys want to see. Maybe I'll do another ladder video with RG when there's a few days left of the season, but I'll see. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.